Hello, fam, and welcome back to another edition of George's Corner. I'm your host, George Lee Jones. It's been a long day, so I'm going to get right into it. This is something that's been on my mind for the last few days, and it's the word legacy, meaning the body of work of your life. What do you want to be known for? And in thinking about that, what came to mind for me was, and I'm not trying to sound morbid or bring the mood down because, as you can see on my face and my smile, I've had a really, really good day. So, when I say your legacy, the next thing that I would like for you to do, not for me, but for yourself, is to write your own obituary. Now, I know it sounds morbid, but it's really not. And here's why it's not. Because when you write down your own obituary, what you're doing is you're writing down how you want people to perceive your life in its entirety. Okay? This is a great tool to measure yourself on because this is the reason that you would do this. Because it's almost like goal setting, only you've already written the final chapter. So with writing that final chapter, now, yes, it's your job to live up to that final chapter. And what you want to do is make yourself a roadmap all the way to the end. And by no means do I want you to get to a particular age, because I want all of you to live past a century, okay? So let's just get that clear. But in writing down your obituary, for example, mine, I want mine to say that George Lee Jones was someone who was, without too many details, okay, because I'll let someone else do that later when I'm gone, but to say that I was a great humanitarian, that I was someone who gave back to people, that I was someone who cared about people, that I expressed my humanity each and every day. And it was one of my mantras I tell people is that I try my best each and every day to tell myself, George, stay humble or life will humiliate you. That's one of mine. Now, I don't know what yours would be, but keep that word in mind, legacy. What do you want to be known for? For me, another one is I want to be my kids' hero. I want my sons to say, wow, if I can be half the man that my daddy was, I'm going to be a great dude. So what I do every day is I live up to being my son's hero. Okay? And I think that if we looked at life outside of ourselves from a non-selfish point of view, then we could create an amazing legacy. Like, I have lots of ideas. I'm terrible at writing. Maybe you're a person who's great at writing. So start writing down your ideas because you don't know who it's going to help. As a matter of fact, I remember about 4 or 5 months ago, I had this conversation with a guy, and it was a group of us, and we're all talking, and he looked at me and he says, wow, I wish I had a story to tell like you. And at that moment, it occurred to me, each and every one of you, us, has a story. Again, no matter how mundane it may sound, tell your story. You don't know what type of impact that your story could have on another life. And with that, continue to keep what I just said. Keep a legacy in mind. Something that you're going to leave behind that people are going to remember you for past 2 or 3 generations. I don't mean money, because as we all know, you can die and leave a lot of money. If you did not have an impactful result on people's lives and all you left was money, guess what? People are going to remember that money. They ain't going to remember you. And the last thing that you want to die and be known for is being that bleep hole. I won't fill in the first 3 letters, but you know what I'm talking about. So try your best to leave behind a great legacy. It doesn't have to be lots of money. It could be a manuscript that you left. It could be a diary or a journal. I'm just giving you examples. You for yourself have to figure out what is your legacy going to be. I know for myself, I try to cross my T's and dot my I's. So not only do I want to leave great advice, but I want to leave some kind of financial reward for my family as well when I'm gone. So they don't say, well, you know that old saying, leave a will, not a bill. If you feel me on that? So just use that. It's not a lesson in futility when I say write down an obituary. I mean, it can always change, but do that just as a something to do for yourself. Besides writing down your goals and dreams, Make a roadmap to where you want your final chapter to end. And with that, I'm going to stop talking because you got enough to think about right now with that. Remember what I always say. Love yourself. Be great to others. And always be learning something new. Love you, fam. Till next time, I'm George, and thanks for stopping by George's Corner. We'll chat next time. Bye-bye.